You're in Braves country.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip carry 2. Don Ernie Joe, The tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for zip, boom, bam, rama-lama, ding-dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Line Up for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the Country Club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving.
Stop. Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country. You're in Braves country.
Good morning, Braves Country. Well, they did a late scratch. Let's go ahead and get into the roll call. I see Tree Nug and Royal PETA, Justin Hightower, Bubba, Sleepwalking, Joey Loftus, great Buffalo Bills wide receiver, Iron Lung, Iron Lung was up at 8 o'clock his time. I was up at about 4 o'clock your time. Getting ready for today's action. And all the other nonsense I had to do today. Gary the Real McCoy. Who else do we have? Velvet. Sure, everyone's going to be coming in a little late. Even though we mentioned it several times, I'm sure a lot of people are like, wait, what? Let's see him come in around 1:30. What? I thought the game was... I bet you did, Panama. I bet you did. So, late scratch, it's going to be... We're going to go ahead and go right into the lineups real quick. All right, leading off and playing left field for the Seattle Mariners, it's Randy Arozarena. 26 home runs, 66 RBI, 27 stolen base, batting .240. It is not Spencer Strider. It's going to be Joey Wentz. They said we're not going to chase any wins around here. Real quick, Cal Raleigh will be batting second, the designated hitter. 52 home runs, 110 RBI. Julio Rodriguez down in the schoolyards playing center field. 30 home runs, 2 last night. 86 RBI, 24 stolen bases. Eugenio Suarez at third with 43 home runs and a .236 average. Polanco at second, 23 home runs and a .257 average. Naylor's at first. Naylor? I don't even know her. 17 home runs, .280 average. Mitch Garver batting seventh. Behind home plate, 8 home runs, .207 average. Raleigh with the designated hitter role today. J.P. Crawford, the shortstop. Batting 8th, 9 home runs, 261 average, and Victor Robles is behind, at the bottom of the order, I should say, in right field, a 262 average. On the mound for the Mariners, it's Luis Castillo, 8-8 with a 3.94 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. 155 innings, 157 hits allowed, 138 RBI. He'll be going head-to-head with Joey from Whence You Came, 5-5 with a 5.12 ERA and a 1.45 WHIP. 82 innings, 83 hits allowed, 75 strikeouts, 37 walks. Backing up Wentz in the bottom of the first inning in left field, leading off it's Jurickson Profar. 12 home runs, a 257 average. Matt Olson batting second, playing first. 22 home runs. Matt Olson batting second, playing first. 22 home runs, 79 RBI, 270 average. Ozzie Albies batting third, playing second. 15 homers, 64 RBI. Drake Baldwin is behind home plate. 15 home runs, 63 RBI, 279 clip. Kim is batting fifth and at short. He's got a 232 average. Michael Harris II, patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves and batting sixth in the order with 17 home runs, 78 RBI. Ronald Acuna Jr. now batting seventh. I mean, he is in the doghouse. 15 home runs, 273 clip. Marcell Ozuna's batting eighth. What the hell's going on around here? 20 home runs, 62 RBI. And Nacho Alvarez pulling up the rear, batting ninth and at the hot corner. He's got 9 RBI and a 254 average. Calling balls in strike behind home plate tonight, it's Derek Thomas. Your first base umpire, Jordan Baker. Second base will be manned by Dan Merzel. And down the third base line, it's Stu Sherwater. We're just minutes away from pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. We will be back in a flash here on Braves Country Radio. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves country.
I don't know about y'all, but it's too early for this crap. Good Lord! I don't have enough time to get everything done I had to get done today. Whatever. I have these radio spots I have to do on Sunday mornings going into the NFL season for the Pick'ems. That about went to hell in a handbasket today because I was like, all right, guys, I got to go. Got to jump. Got to go. Braves are wearing their home whites as the sun's blasting them into the face as we're playing. You think we're going to be tired? Not we, meaning you and I mean, hell. I'm talking about the players. You think the Braves are going to be tired? Think about Seattle. They're on... This is 9 a.m. local time. So hopefully we can take advantage of that. Somebody jumped in. Here we go. Justin! Thank you for the one spotter, Justin. Where is the... Everything's moved on me. There we go. Braves are wearing their home whites, top to bottom. Braves across the chest in red, outlined in navy. Navy ball caps. Red bill, the white A across the front representing the city of Atlanta. Seattle, once again, are wearing their road grays with the blue tops. Dark blue tops, almost a navy. Seattle across the chest in silver, outlined in green. Same with the numerals and names on the back. They'll be wearing their dark blue ball cap with the Seattle Mariners logo. And it's Braves country versus the Tridents. If you're looking for it on social media, that's how the two teams normally. Joey Wentz is getting and he probably knew long before we did, but they did not give the information till first pitch, or when the lineups were released a couple hours ago. And Thank you very much, Snicker. I'm in the championship, and I need that SOB to get some points, and you're just sticking it to me once again. So if nothing else, fire him because of that. He's screwing my fantasy baseball dynasty team. Joey Wentz, 5-5 with a 5.12 ERA. Left to right across the outfield for your Atlanta Braves today. It'll be Profar, Harris, and Acuna. Around the horn, Nacho, Kim, Ozzie, and Olsen. And the Drake is behind the plate. Love the Drake. Waldrop. Last night. Wentz is on the bump. Thought I got to all my lineup cards, but did not get to the defensive one. What you'll see from Joey Wentz today, other than an expression of, wait a minute, what? I'm starting today? Is a four-seam fastball coming in at 46% of the time, a cutter at 23, curve at 18. Those are his two strikeout pitches, the cutter and the curve. He set you up with the four-seamer. He's got a slider and a show-me changeup. The changeup comes in at about 1% of the time. It comes in so few, you almost think it might be an accident. He'll be going head-to-head with Luis Castillo, so it's an uphill climb today. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Joey Wentz comes set as we try to bring in the 3D action. First pitch on the way, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. It's going to be a pop-up into shallow right field. The sun behind him. Acuna makes the catch, one away. Good to see you, Gary. See if I missed anybody else coming in here. Lonnie, or is that Lanny? Laney. Sorry, Laney. The screen's pretty far away today. Tree Nug's waking and baking. First pitch on the way is a P at the knees to Cal Raleigh right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Chase the curveball in the dirt. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Uh-oh, the video's going out. That's not going to be good. Hopefully that was just a glitch. The 0-2 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Swing, chopper, back to the mound. Wentz has it, flips it underhanded. 2 down. The only gamemanship that could be doing from this, I don't think this is what they were doing because we're so far out of the playoff hunt it's not even funny anymore. But if you do this, the gamesmanship of it, you do it late, the players don't have enough time to go over a scouting report as they're getting ready for a game. So Joey Wentz may get an advantage the first, maybe even the second time through the lineup. But we'll see if he's ready to roll. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, who banged 2 home runs out of the park last night. Takes a fastball on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Strider, I would assume, is going to pitch tomorrow, which does me no good. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Laney, I'd be saying that there's a lot of folks waking and baking in Braves country. If it's not that, it's Sunday Funday with the stiff drink. That's how it rolls around here. Not sure if you've been in before. The 0-2, lefty-righty matchup, 2 down. Got him set. Looks in. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field, but not deep enough. Jurickson Profar will catch it in front of the sunrise, and we'll head to the bottom of the first. Profar, pro good, leads us off when we return.
This That's my puppy dog. This is my puppy dog. He's a cute puppy dog, and I love that puppy dog a lot.
Mom, can you believe they're still together? Who? After all the they've been through? Who? Your butt cheeks.
It's gonna be one of those days. The voices in my head are fighting, my imaginary friend is running with scissors, and at one point, one of my personalities wandered off.
Did you blow bubbles when you were a kid?
Yeah, is that like a trick question?
No, I just ran into him today. He asked for your number.
Whether he was drinking beer, eating hot dogs, or crushing home runs, Babe Ruth was a legend. So here are some of his most ridiculous stats. His 60 home runs in 1927 were 14% of the Major League Baseball total for that season. There is not one person in MLB right now who's accounting for 14% of the home run total, period. The league average in 1921 was 59 home runs per team. The same total Babe Ruth hit all by himself. He batted over 350 8 times, won a batting title in 1924, and hit as high as 393 in 1923. Was anyone more dominant than the great Bambino during their career? You tell me in the comments.
He just had a style to him like nobody.
Ricky was Ricky.
Ricky was Ricky.
He was a hot dog. He loved being a hot dog. That means people paid attention.
Hits a homer, pop the collar.
Today, I'm the greatest of all time.
He's charismatic.
He was an innovator.
He's got it!
It still resonates with me.
He was a source of entertainment. I went to the games to watch what Ricky did.
He changed the whole game. Just watching him style around was a show.
He came up at a time when there was a behavioral code.
You gotta understand, old school, if you showed up, you got thrown at. But with Ricky, I don't think he fed off anybody. I think he was his own man.
Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back, Braves Country. Up and at 'em early today. Braves nothing. Mariners nothing. Jurickson Profar leads us off. He'll be followed by Olson, Ozzie, Drake, and Kim. Harris, Acuna, Ozuna, and Nacho. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing. Bangs it deep down the right field line, but foul. 1-1. A little better crowd than I expected today. I thought they'd be filing in very late. Decent crowd so far. If I was to guess at this point, 15,000, maybe 20. The 1-1 pops it up. Shallow center field, making the catch is Hoorod. One down. Left to right across the outfield today for the Seattle Mariners. It'll be Arozarena, Julio, and Robles. Around the horn, left to right for the Tridents, Suarez, Crawford, Polanco, and Naylor. Garver's behind the plate, Castillo on the bump. First pitch to Matt Olson is banged towards the first base dugout, foul. It's 0-1. What you'll see from Castillo today, and if you're not familiar with him, honestly, the last few years, not this year, but a few years before this, is the 0-1, misses high 1. Luis Castillo was a constant rumor to be moved and possibly to Braves country, especially before we got Chris Sale. He was one of the targets everybody was referring to. 1-1 off the plate to him. We obviously made the right choice, but he's a very good veteran right-handed pitcher. 2-1, swing, slices it foul, 2-2. Two count. Up top, 94 miles an hour. So a full count now to Olson. We'll get into his repertoire here in a second. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball right down the pipe. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Right there for a strike. Changeup, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and miss, 0-2. Oh-2 count. Changeup misses outside wide. Ball 2-2-2. Pitch on the way. That ball's bang foul. The 1-2. Swing. Slaps it. That's going to get through the hole. In for a base hit against the shift. Ozzie Albies, good piece of hitting there. And that'll get the Braves going here on a Sunday morning. First pitch on the way is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss to Drake Baldwin. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. By the way, Luis Castillo is the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. He is one of 4 players in Major League Baseball with that name. Found that out the hard way this morning. Looking up his repertoire, I'm like, where the hell is he? I mean, he didn't show up on some pages. Gonna flip it over to first, and they got Ozzie in a rundown. He gone. Ozzie got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, probably half awake. Someone's got to get him his morning coffee. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the second we go. Nothing here in Braves country.
All right, as you all know, we are headed into our busy season, so please let me know if you have any time off planned. I need to get that in as soon as possible.
I submitted a few days in February for a snowboard trip.
Kate, I saw that request come in. You should have received approval already.
All right, anything coming up for you, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm actually going on a backpacking trip through the Himalayas, so pretty excited. It's going to be like a few months.
Wait, did you just say a couple of months?
Yeah, well, it's actually technically 4, but unlimited PTO, right? I mean, per the employee handbook, so I figured, well, might as well use it.
Those requests have to come through HR.
Yeah, you can't just take a couple months off at a time. That's not how this works.
Well, now I'm stuck with a non-refundable Sherpa fee, so not sure how we want to proceed or if the company can cover this, but...
We're definitely not covering your Sherpa fee. I can tell you that right now.
Warren Spahn, in his career, had 363 wins, 356 with the Braves, 4 with the Mets, and 3 with the Giants. Batting, he had 363 hits, 356 with the Braves, 4 with the Mets, and 3 with the Giants. He had 4 playoff wins, and you guessed it, 4 playoff hits.
But for all Johnson's skill and speed, there was one hitter whom he could not seem to intimidate. A young Georgian playing for Detroit, who soon found a way to get hits off Johnson. Walter Johnson was a kindly man, the Georgian explained, and never really wanted to hurt anybody.
It was useless to try for more than a single off Johnson. You had to poke and try to meet the ball. If you swung, you were dead. After he told me he was afraid he might kill a hitter, I used to cheat. I'd crowd the plate till I was actually sticking my toes on it, knowing he'd be so timid that he'd pitch me wide. Then with 2 balls and no strikes, he'd ease one up to get it one over. That's the Johnson pitch I hit. Ty Cobb.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. We head to the top of the second inning. You're just joining us. Ozzie was picked off of first base. I honestly think that he wasn't awake. Try to make all excuses you want. I think he just wasn't awake, man. They had him picked off clean, like he was like, wait, what? When did I get to first base? First pitch on the way is a bender right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Just below the knees. 1-2. Your home plate umpire today is Derek Thomas. First base, Jordan Baker. Second base is manned by Dan Merzel. Down the third base line, it's going to be Stu Sherwater. 1-2 count. Let's see if this brings us a little better look. That's not too bad. The 1-2 pitch. Down and in. Did not go around 2-2. One of two games on this early, and I don't understand the other one. The other one's not the Roku game of the week or whatever. The Rays in Cleveland are playing at the first pitch was the same time as ours. The 2-2 bangs it back foul. Will do it again. Maybe it was a backup plan in case it rained. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know what the... Haven't noticed there being two 12 o'clock games. Usually just the one. They used to do this one much earlier than this. I don't know if y'all remember this a few years back because we did one of the games. It came on at 10:30 in the morning. And then they pushed it to 11:30 the following year. They had it at 11:30 for a few years, and now they've at least wisened up and get people till noon Eastern to wake up and watch the game. The payoff pitch. Slaps it over towards second, slow roller. Ozzy's got plenty of time. He'll flip it over to first. One down. They want it to be the standalone game, so you have to come to them, and also they get hour and a half or so of the game as the only thing on. If you're a baseball fan looking for an early morning game. But one thing is the first pitch on the way is outside wide. Off the plate for a ball is 1-0. I don't understand why all the other day games are typically around 1 o'clock, and then on Sunday they push it to 1:30, 1:40. You'd think there would be some kind of, one way or the other, some kind of uniform first pitch. I think that's one thing baseball does worse than anybody is the consistency of your first pitches. It really tends to confuse the fans. The 2-0 count. Bender down below the knees. 3-0. So Wentz running into trouble here has run a 3-0 count to Polanco. The pitch right there, 92. 3-1. The 3-1 from Wentz, lefty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 93 miles an hour. Braves nothing, Seattle nothing. Game 3 of a 3-game set. This is the rubber match. Braves won game 1. Mariners last night. Good game until the 7th where the bullpen imploded. Daysbel Hernandez got clocked around, and John Brevia said, "Hold my beer. You think that's bad? Watch this." The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yak 'em. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers are so. 2 down. Two up, 2 down, and Josh Naylor, the left-handed bat, comes to the plate. 17 home runs, 76 ribbies. Batting .280 on the year. He takes the first pitch right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Tomorrow begins a 3-game set against the Cubs. 7:15 first pitch. Braves Country today, for all you country club members, will be here at noon Eastern. Back to its normal time. Is the 0-1. Down and away 1-1. I know there's been some confusion, but you can pretty much, if the series starts on Thursday or Friday here in September, October, the Braves Country today is going to be right after the Armchair Quarterback show. So 10 o'clock Eastern is the short of it. 1-1 down and into him. The only reason why we're doing the ones tomorrow at noon, because those of y'all on the West Coast like Iron Lung and whatnot get a chance to sleep in a little bit. The 1-1, or 2-1, excuse me, swing and a miss is 2-2. And our early in the week broadcast does not get picked up on the radio stations as early as the other ones. 2-2 count, because they carry the football and the baseball games back to, or football and baseball shows back to back. Hope that confuses everybody just a little bit more. The 2-2, Wentz looks in. His 26th pitch of the day just misses the bottom of the zone. Full count. Wentz with 1 strikeout so far. Pitch on the way, swing, slaps it into left field. It'll dribble into the glove of Jurickson Profar, and it's a 2-out single for the Mariners. Their first hit of the game. And that'll bring Mitch Garver to the plate. Though his numbers don't jump out at you, he does have pop. Think of a little better hitter, but essentially he's a Sean Murphy. If you put the ball in the right place or the wrong place, he can clock it out of the stadium. Batting .207 on the year. First pitch on the way, runner goes, and wild pitch. That'll go to the backstop. Naylor. We've seen this all year because we saw him in Arizona as well. He'll pick and choose his spots to run. And with Joey Wentz throwing a lot of breaking balls and Baldwin behind the plate, he just decided to go on the first pitch. So now you got the go-ahead run in scoring position. The 1-0 on the way, down and away, 2-0. .2-0 count. Brings it, swing, lifts it, high and deep into center field. Harris going back on the track, at the wall. Did he catch it? It comes out of his glove. They're going to, I don't believe he held on, and it's going to be an RBI triple. I have to see that again. It looked like he had caught it, but maybe when he crashed into the wall, Ozzy's checking on him from afar, making sure he's okay. Harris says that he is. At the top, oh no, he missed it altogether. It went past his glove. Just missed it. So an RBI triple. It's a good example right there of Garver was just saying that he hits for a low average, but he can clock it. That almost left the yard. First pitch to J.P. Crawford's 92 inside. It's 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me. Cleveland and Tampa, they are scoreless in the second. Rasmussen on the mound for Tampa today. The youngster, Messick, the southpaw for Cleveland. The 0-1. Bangs it foul down the line. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Wentz can get out of this jam with one more strike. I didn't see. So where he leapt at the wall, there was a shadow covering it. And at first look, I thought it came in and out of his glove, but it missed his glove altogether. The 0-2 in the dirt. Bounces away, but not far enough for Garver to score. he's a veteran catcher and he runs like one. You would really have to kick away for him to come in. Maybe not quite as slow as Sean Murphy, but it would be they had a foot race, it would be a photo finish. The 1-2 count, lefty. Wentz looks in and brings it. Another bender in the dirt. Good block by Drake. We talk about this all the time, but Drake Baldwin is sitting on one knee, and these benders in the dirt, just a much higher probability that it's going to get away from him, like the one previously. The 2-2 misses high, 3-2, and he's been taught to do that. It's not his decision. It's not Sean Murphy's. This is being taught all throughout the major leagues. But it's a hill I'm willing to die on. With runners on base, they should be in a crouch position. You can get to the ball much, much easier. The full count. Swing, bangs it over to first. Olsen has it, underhands it to Wentz, and that'll end the inning. But out before the Seattle Mariners take a 1-0 lead, we'll grab the bats. The middle of the order due up for the Bravos.
Dad, look, it's the good Kush.
This is the dollar store. How good can it be?
Just thought you guys should know that the Scottish have a word for laying around in bed after it's time to get up, and it's called herkle-durkling. I do be herkling and I do be durkling, and once I've herkled my last durkle in a given morning, I will get up, but I'm a big fan of a herkle-durkle, so you should be too.
There'll be a slight chance I might be pregnant.
Really? And why do you say that?
I've been craving weird things that I'm not
normally craving?
Yeah.
And now you crave it?
Like water.
Well, some of it
I'm craving water. You ain't pregnant, you're thirsty. Don't drink you some water. It'll be alright.
The Oakland Athletics mascot is somewhat randomly an elephant, but there is a reason for that. In the early 1900s, New York Giants manager John McGraw told the Athletics owner that he had a white elephant on his hands. A white elephant is something that's not as valuable as the effort needed for it. Athletics manager Connie Mack heard this and decided to make an elephant the team's logo.
How do we opt out of TikTok shop videos? I don't want to see them anymore! I'm not going to shop on TikTok shop! I'm going to shop on Amazon! Stop showing me your videos!
How come your socks aren't the same color?
I don't know. How come your kids don't have the same last name?
The greatest ball player of all time? I picked the Detroit man, because he is, in my judgment, the most expert man of his profession, and is able to respond better than any other ball player to any demand made upon him. He plays ball with his whole anatomy, his head, his arms, his hands, his legs, his feet. I have never seen a man who had his heart more centered in the sport than Cobb has when he's playing. I believe Cobb would continue to play ball if he would charge something for the privilege, and if the only spectator were the groundskeeper, Charles Comiskey.
Welcome back. Crisp 75 degrees here at Truist Park to start this game. First pitch swinging is lifted down the line, and that's going to get sliced down the left field line, foul just in front of the outstretched gloves of Arozarena, and I believe that was Crawford giving chase. 0-1. Drake Baldwin, your batter. 75 degrees at first pitch here today with the wind blowing out at about 10 miles an hour out to left center field, so that could be a factor. Drake Baldwin, 63 RBI, 15 home runs. I hate when they have the microphone on the players during the game as the 0-1 misses high 1-1. And I know it's probably just nitpicking. I know fans probably like it. But I want the guy to focus on the damn game. And I don't want him getting smoked in the head because he's not paying attention. It's a 1-1 outside. Swing and miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. You can almost tell that it's football season, right? 75 degrees in Atlanta on a Sunday morning. The 1-2 pops it up down the left field line, and Arazarena's got this one, calling off Suarez. One down. Ha-Sung Kim will come to the plate. First pitch to Kim is 95 miles an hour, just outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Kim, who the Braves picked up off the waiver wire, and they're expecting him to be with them next year as well, as the 1-0 fouls it away. 1-1. He's got a player option of $16 million that he can exercise. He most likely will because of his bad numbers this year, mainly because he's been on the IL. And there might be a touch more than the Braves want to pay, is the 1-1 right there for a strike. It's 1-2. It does solve an issue at shortstop for the year. And remember, the Braves drafted 3 shortstops in the first 3 rounds, and the hope would be one of them would be ready for 27. 1-2 fouls it away. We'll do it again. They drafted 2 guys out of college and 1 guy out of high school. So the high school kid, most likely, that's a no-go. But the other 2 college kids, if one of them can be ready for the major leagues by 2027, Kim would be a perfect stopgap. 1-2 count. He said that Ozzie Albies really welcomed him into the clubhouse and made him feel at home. That was an interview he had recently. The 1-2. Slaps it towards right, and it's going to be a lazy fly ball. Robles has it, 2 down. That was one of those just protecting the plate type swings. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather that than them sitting there watching strike 3 and getting called out and complaining about it. That pitch is close to the zone with 2 strikes, swing the bat. You never know what could happen. Michael Harris II takes one right there on the outer edge. First strike, it's 0-1. I'll tell you something else. Him coming over from the KBO, that's where he originally played, the Korean Baseball League, which is their form of the major leagues over there. He's the 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. They have a different type of discipline at the plate and whatnot, and that could become really contagious in the clubhouse next year, and I would love to see that. Watched quite a bit of KBO during the pandemic when they had everything shut down, and that's all you could watch. Is the 0-2 outside wide 1. So you had to get up early. Those games were coming on at 6 a.m., but I watched quite a bit of it. They were the first ones to come back with baseball. 1-2, outside wide 2-2. I don't know if any of y'all watched those back then, but they would come on. I think they were all ESPN, but you would get them early in the morning, and I would set my alarm. I'd get up and watch the things. Man, I want to see some baseball. The 2-2 slaps it down the line. I'm afraid the spring of 2027 I'll be doing the same thing because we'll be in a lockout or a strike. 2-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Braves go down quietly once again. We'll head to the top of the 3rd, trailing by 1 here in Braves country.
Drink a whole lot of whiskey, chase a lot of women, and become a legend and die.
Hard work does not guarantee success. It doesn't, and it never will. But it absolutely will put you in the best position to be able to achieve it. I think that's one thing that we've seen throughout the course of this season. We got some remarkable men that are sitting here in front of me. And the work you put in, the decision that you made, just to say yes. Because you know what? It's really easy when things don't go well, right? And you hurt, right? And you're angry, and you're sad. The easiest thing to do is to pull back and stop. That's what the world wants you to do. You deserve better than that. So I apologize to you. For you guys that are playing your last game, you had a season that will be remembered forever. And I respect the hell out of who you are. for being in here today, for stepping on that field and going and giving everything. You have my respect.
Be nice to him when he gets here.
I will.
Just because he doesn't like football,
He doesn't like football.
I've told you this already.
He doesn't like it at all.
No.
What does he do of a weekend?
Well, we do things like read books and go for walks and spend time together.
I don't think you should be seeing this guy.
Why not?
I don't trust him.
The world doesn't revolve around football, Dad.
It does. I still don't understand what he does of a weekend.
Well, this weekend we're going shopping.
No.
Baseball is a red-blooded sport for red-blooded men. It's no pink tea, and mollycoddles had better stay out. It's a struggle for supremacy, a survival of the fittest.
Ty Cobb liked sentimentality in his opponents because he had none himself. Baseball, he said, is something like a war.
Ty Cobb is one of the great natural forces of baseball. Testament to how far you can get simply through will. I don't think Ty Cobb had tremendous natural ability. I don't think he would be a great athlete today. But his intensity, his drive was unparalleled. Cobb was pursued by demons, and he took out all of his aggressions on the playing field. Everyone was his enemy.
Welcome back. Talked about it several times, but they are highlighting it on the Roku. First pitch on the way to Victor Robles. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. He was the guy in the minor leagues a few weeks ago that got into it with the pitcher. He got hit by a pitch and he slung the bat at him. And as far as I know, he got a 7-game suspension on that, but I believe it's just in the minor leagues. Since he was up playing in the majors, we were doing a game with the Mariners playing, I think, the Padres right after that. Is the 0-2. Swing, slaps it towards right, and that'll be a leadoff single for the Mariners. But we were doing a game right after that. It was less than a week, I know that, and he was in the game. I would have thought if you got a suspension down in the minors that it would carry over to the major leagues because they don't want you throwing bats at people. But maybe it's on an appeal. I don't know how he got around it, and I haven't seen any updates on it. But there's no way that he spent the 7 days down there, because that happened on like a Saturday, and we were doing the game by like Tuesday or Wednesday of the next week. First pitch on the way is a ball down and into Rosarena, the leadoff batter for the Mariners. It's 1-0. Joey Wentz on the mound today, late scratch. Spencer Strider was supposed to pitch. It's the 1-0 right there, first strike, 1-1. The assumption will be that he'll pitch in the Chicago Cubs series, and he may very well pitch tomorrow. And maybe they didn't want Wentz to see the Cubs twice in 1 week, but I doubt that's what it is. 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. I think you can probably start seeing this pretty regularly. I just thought they were going to do it for this one stand, be pretty honest with the rotation, but with the coming down the back stretch and the Braves out of the playoff race is the 2-1 in the pitch, 3-1. They may start trying to give everybody a week in between starts, because Strider pitched on Monday, and he might just turn into our Monday guy. And maybe Sale is the Friday guy, so on and so forth. The 3-1 count right there at the knees, 3-2. Rosarena was trying to work his way down to the first base, but called for a strike. Infield back into the left. 1 on, nobody out. Wentz has got to bear down here. Last thing you want to do is put 2 on and no outs with Cal Raleigh coming to the plate. Flip it over to first real quick. payoff pitch. Runner goes. Ball 4. So first and second, nobody out. And the big dumper with 52 home runs is coming to the plate. Baldwin out there to talk with Wentz, and here comes Kranitz. What could you possibly say to him at this point? Well, you shouldn't have put 2 guys on, man. What are you doing? You'd think they're going to try to get him to hit the ball on the ground and use his speed against him, produce a double play. Now, you do have 2 very good runners at first and second, but you got the catcher at the plate. And though he's a little faster than most catchers, he still isn't. He's still a double play waiting to happen. You just got to get the ball on the ground. He hits a lot of fly balls. First pitch on the way, down below the knees. Baldwin thought about throwing behind the runner at first, but held on to it. It's 1-0. You're never going to get a frame if you're jumping up like that. That might be the game plan that they're using, the 1-0. Pitch down below the knees, 2-0. 2-0 count. Yes, Scooby, Acuna's in right field today. He's batting 7th, but he's playing. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. So if you're thinking about taking any player props on Acuna anytime soon, I wouldn't do it unless you're going to take the under. Because he's going to be batting 7th, it looks like 6th or 7th in the order. And you're talking about 1 less at bat at minimum per game. 2-1 count. Brings it. Swing, rips it into left. That ball's going to get down in front of Profar. They'll go station to station. Profar was playing pretty deep. They thought he might have a chance to catch that ball, but a lot of top spin, and now the bases are juiced, and there's nobody out. And now, to me, you got to be willing to give up the run at third and try to induce a double play. That's not going to be easy with Julio Rodriguez. They got a lot of speed in this lineup. First pitch on the way, bangs it over to third, underneath the glove of Nacho Alvarez. That should be an E5. 2 runs will score, and Profar kind of lollygagging. 3 runs will score. So 4-0 your score. Profar asleep at the wheel out there. He's kind of moseying his way down. A soft jog at best. And they took advantage of it. That's definitely an error. That is an E5 if I've ever seen one. I think they're giving it a base hit, but that's a terrible call. There's no way that stands. Wentz will appeal that before it's all said and done. Runner goes, throw down to third, and they are running all over Drake Baldwin this series. Stolen base. Rod takes third. There is no way that's not an error. That ball went between his legs and hit his glove. Ball goes between your legs. I don't even care if you're in Little League, that's an error. We've seen that all year from the scorekeeping here in Atlanta. It's pretty questionable at best. The 1-0 smacked down the line foul, 1-1. Still nobody out. Infield in. 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. Suarez batting .236 on the year. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Slow moving ball game so far. Top of the third inning. Braves offense tends to wake up on Sundays around the 4th or 5th, so it ain't over yet, y'all. They tend to put some runs on the board in the mid to late innings, but you'd like to keep it where it's at, the 2-2. Caught looking strike 3, buckled him. Suarez knew it. He was looking for the bender, and he got the P at the knees. 1 away. I'm still laughing about them recording that as a double, a 3 RBI double for Julio Rodriguez. First pitch on the way, swung on and banged down the line, foul. It's 0-1. That ball, for those of y'all who couldn't see it, that ball went between his legs. It literally looked like, I know we do the joke all the time with the beginning of the game when we do the Bad News Bears 2-4 6-8. Who do we appreciate? That looked like a Bad News Bears play. The 0-1. And this is below the knees, 1-1. The only thing that play was missing was Nacho sticking his head between his legs and staring at the ball rolling to the outfield. It was Bad News Bears at its finest. 1-1 count. Brings it. Outside wide, 2-1. And the soundbite of him saying, "Oh man." Is it Walter Matthau that was the coach of that team? That's going to be snickered by the 4th inning. He's going to have a cold beer in his hand. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So if he can get one more strike here, the infield could move back. Polanco, dangerous hitter. 23 home runs. This Seattle team, if they can make the playoffs, they're going to be a dangerous group. They've got the pitching, and they've got the offense. They just haven't put it all together at once. The 2-2 lifts it. Ooh, that's not good. She gone over the fence and through the woods to grandmother's house. That went. 6-0 your score. That was a hanger. He didn't even hit it. That was a weird swing. It was kind of like an excuse me swing that he just followed through with. Almost looked like a guy teeing off, playing golf and doing a practice swing. And he held the line and kept it down the left field side fair. How far did that fly? 348 feet. And then they've got a 6-pack on the board at 6-0. Starting to wonder how we beat this team on Friday night. Oh, yeah, Chris Sale was on the mound. First pitch on the way to Naylor. Bang! Is that going to get out? She gone just under the chop house, and Wentz is going through it. I'm waiting for him to yell out to the dugout, "If you would have told me that I was going to pitch today." 7-0 your score. That's fitting on NFL kickoff day. They're just tattooing them. They haven't pulled him, Peter, because this is kind of unraveled quickly. They don't even have someone warming up in the pen yet. You got to give a guy a chance to warm up. First pitch on the way is a bender up top. It's 1-0. I mean, you had the error by Nacho that hasn't been called an error yet, but it was an error. That opened up the floodgates, and then 2 quick home runs, and next thing you know, it's 7-0. 0-1 count, and now you know how they'll do. They're like, man, we're not chasing wins around here. You're going to have to give us at least 80 pitches. So I think they may come get him this inning, but he's probably got to find a way to get through this inning. Just 1 out, the 1-1. Swing, knocks it down the line, foul. 1-2. Mitch Carver had an RBI triple his first time up. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. 7-0 your score.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
2-2, lifted into center field, down for a base hit, and it is a 1-out single for the Mariners. You think you feel bad, Scooby? I'm having to call this nonsense. Snicker's going to go out to the mound and finally go get Wentz. For whence you came, good night, Irene. I still think that he probably didn't know he was going to pitch until probably last night or something. They don't care. They're just churning and burning. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. State 1912 in a game that matches up superstars Boston hurler Smokey Joe Wood and Walter Johnson. Smokey bests the big train 1-0 for his 30th and 14th consecutive victory in a season where he wins 34. The Red Sox only run results from back-to-back doubles from Trish Speaker and Duffy Lewis. The first 2-bagger by the Gray Eagle should have been an easy flyout, but the ball lands into an area cordoned off by rope to a section off the overflow of the Fenway crowd. On this date in 1924, St. Louis Browns right-hander Urban Shocker throws 2 complete games, beating the Chicago White Sox 6-2 in both Comiskey Park contests. The 1922 Major League strikeout leader faces 77 batters in the twin bill, but fans only want getting Chicago's first baseman Earl Shealy in the opener. And on this date in 1976, while waiting in the on-deck circle, Steve Yeager is seriously injured when jagged pieces of Bill Russell's broken bat strikes him in the throat. The 27-year-old backstops near-fatal accident, which he amazingly recovers from to rejoin the team in 3 weeks, leads to the development of a protective device for catchers and umpires, sometimes referred to as the Billy Goat strap, which is a flap attached to the bottom of the protective face mask to prevent a similar injury. Dylan Dodd fires a strike in there to start it off. Left-hander with a 3.24 ERA, the 0-1. Down and away, it's 1-1. One count. Right there at the knees. I don't think you have to worry about that, Uncle Charlie. There's going to be way too much pressure for the people that own the team is the 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Because they're going to be looking at, let's say Snicker does want to come back, and I don't think he does. I think this is it for him. But they're going to look at it as, how do we sell tickets when we're just going to run the whole thing back? The 2-2, outside wide 3-2. It's not always the manager's fault, but sometimes the manager has to get fired because it's a business. And at the end of when it's all said and done, people get excited when there's new blood into a team that lost the year before. Payoff, swing, rips it over to second off the glove of Ozzie. And that might be another error. That ball was ripped. Harris followed the runner going to third, threw a bullet over there, one hopper in the glove of Nacho, but he'll be safe. And now Ozzie's holding his hand. Did that get his throwing hand? That was weird. It was a hard hit ball. It was kind of an in-between hopper. I think he was trying to close it up with his glove hand and his throwing hand, and it bounced away and hit the side of his throwing hand just below the pinky. Seems to be okay. First pitch is a swing and foul tip. It's 0-1. This inning is a house of horrors. You can tell that the sky's turning orange in the background for whatever reason. It's still a bright sunny day here in Atlanta. The 0-1. Fouled back. Down the line, out of play, 0-2. Double play can get us out of this nightmare of an inning. Braves trail 7-0. And if nothing else, if Snicker really wants to come back, you can create a role for him so he's a part of the organization. Is he 0-2? In the dirt, 1-2. But at some point, you'd think his wife would be involved and say, "You've been there for 49 years. It's time to hang it up. I want to spend time with you." Or maybe she doesn't want to spend time. It's just like, you got to go one more year. I can't deal with you around the house every day moping. The 1-2 pops it up. High in the sky, shallow right field. Acuna to make the grab. They'll stay put. 2 down. I really don't want Ross. He might have changed, but he was more worried about his brand when he was the manager of the Cubs than anything else. He's not even on my list. I would like Shoemaker, and if he would take it, DeRosa, but I don't think DeRosa wants to leave TV. But Shoemaker's the most qualified. First pitch on the way is fouled away. It's 0-1. Skip Shoemaker did not deserve to be fired from the Marlins. That guy did less with more. The 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. 1-1 count. But I know fans want David Ross because they remember him in a Braves uniform. 1-1, swing, bangs it through the middle of the 5-6 hole, and runs will come home to score, and it's 9-0. Bad guys. So 9-0 here in the third. And the hit parade continues. Lefty-righty matchup. Dobb goes back to work. Cal Raleigh takes a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Only other game going on right now, or we'd hit the scoreboard a long time ago. Trust me. With this score, It is 0-0 in Cleveland, Tampa Bay. The only other game that started, that game is in Tampa. It's the only other game that is going on right now. The rest of them start in about 30 minutes. 1-1 count to Raleigh. Pitch on the way. Right there on the outer cut. It's 1-1. The only advantage that the Braves are going to get out of this is Luis Castillo has been sitting on the pine for a long time. This is the equivalent of a rain delay. Is it 1-2 fouls it away? He could come out rusty. And then not only rusty, he could end up being... He could end up on a much shorter pitch count because they don't want him to start back over and then throw a bunch more pitches. By the way, Bijan Robinson just took off like a bat out of hell and has given the Falcons a 6-0 lead against Tampa Bay. I think that was about a 50-yard run. It was a swing pass. If you got either one of those, Penix or Robinson, you're doing well in fantasy. The 2-2 caught, looking strike three, and that inning is mercifully over. I believe it started sometime Wednesday afternoon. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trailed 9-0. Better start scoring some touchdowns around here.
I'm not saying that it's rough where I live, but my Walmart is selling Father's Day cards in packs of 5.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. Big Sexy Bartolo Colon is a very fondly remembered player. When he hit a home run against the Padres in 2016, he actually set a record. He became the oldest player to hit his first career home run at 42 years old. Melky Cabrera, in 2012, after getting suspended for high testosterone levels, he made a fake website to try and challenge his suspension. He argued that this phony website he created had given him banned substances without his knowledge. Unsurprisingly, the plan didn't work.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
I will not tolerate profanity, obscene language, or personal insults from my bench. I will always insist, as long as I am manager of the club, that my boys be gentlemen. There is room for gentlemen in any profession. Connie Mack.
Baseball was Mac's livelihood, but it was also his life, and he was worried about the game's integrity. The real name of the man who built the Athletics was Cornelius Alexander McGillicuddy. Born in 1862 to Irish immigrants, he began as a catcher. He spent 11 years in the majors, managed to play every position except third base and pitcher, and vigorously supported John Montgomery Ward and his ill-fated Players' League. In 1901, he became part owner of the Philadelphia Athletics and immediately made himself manager, a post he held for 50 years. Connie Mack became baseball's most conspicuous gentleman, managing in coat and tie, demanding that his players be on their best behavior.
Nothing was wrong. I just thought we needed a moment of silence for this Braves team. We trailed 9-0. Going to the bottom of the third inning. Ronald Acuna Jr., first pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. These guys are going to be taking some really quick at-bats, and I'm here for it. The 0-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 from Castillo. 94 misses high, 1-2. Castillo could probably strike out the rest of the batters if you just started throwing pitch outs, because I think they're all just going to be hacking. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Castillo now with 3 strikeouts. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is down below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Foul tips out of the glove. It's 1-1. Fastball up top. One count. Pitch just misses to him. The 2-1 swing and a miss to him, too. I just saw the comment by Iron Lung, and he said, Retro said this might be the worst Braves team since, until he was Googling the answer or whatever, and Iron Lung said since yesterday. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. 4 strikeouts on the day. I know that's right, Iron Lung. It's the worst team in the history of the Atlanta Braves since yesterday. Two up, 2 down. First pitch to Nacho Alvarez. Hit the zone but called a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing. Lifts it into center field. Gives it a ride, but it'll die before the warning track. I was hoping we're going to get to see the first Nacho home run of his career, but no dice. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. You don't want to know the score.
Well, you know I love my family. It's just sometimes I want to get in the car and run them all over.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. You might know MC Hammer as the rapper who made You Can't Touch This. As a teenager, he was a bat boy for the Oakland Athletics, and Reggie Jackson gave him the nickname Hammer. Jackson thought MC Hammer looked like Hank Aaron, whose nickname was Hammer and Hank. The Yankees currently have a no beards policy, but the Cincinnati Reds actually had a similar policy for around 30 years. In the late 1960s, general manager Bob Howsam enforced a no facial hair policy in order to give the Reds a presentable look. But the policy ended in 1999 when the Reds traded for Greg Vaughn.
It's the 21st century, and there are just so many fun and exciting ways to lose your money. So many ways to make your life even more interesting with crippling financial burdens. Why not one more way? New in Canada, it's Solitaire, MMORPG. Play with yourself, online. See other people playing with themselves, online. Poverty Poker Online, now offering Solitaire. A new way to lose all your money, even your home, from the comfort of your own home.
He was born on a Georgia farm in 1886 and named Tyrus after the ancient city of Tyre that stubbornly refused to surrender to Alexander the Great. His father was distant, demanding, and nothing young Tyrus could do ever seemed to satisfy him. The tense, skinny boy took out his anger on the diamond. He left home at 17 to play in the minors in Alabama and Tennessee. His father warned him, "Don't come home a failure." That admonition, Cobb recalled, put more determination in me than he ever knew. My overwhelming need was to prove myself as a man.
Dylan Dodd goes back to work. First pitch on the way is going to get slapped into the corner, down for a base hit. That's extra bases for Julio Rodriguez. He's making his case for the Hall of Fame just in this series alone. They still haven't rightfully changed that to an error yet. So he's 2 for 3 on the day. 3 RBIs. He hit the 2 home runs last night. First pitch to Genio Suarez is swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. The 0-1, swing and miss. 1-2. 0-2 count, 9-0 your score. Runner at second, nobody out. 94 mile an hour. Fastball, high and out of the zone. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Down below the knees, 2-2. 2-2 count. Thinks and fires. Rips it down the line foul. We'll do it again. The 2-2, swing, lifts it out into left field. Profar makes the catch, spins, throws it to third, and close play because Julio did not slide, but he'll be safe just by a hair. We're showing Walt Weiss on the phone to check and see if they want to challenge it. I don't think that's what he's doing. I think Walt Weiss is ordering a pizza. We've got the infield in again. That's dopey. The first pitch swinging by Polanco. He'll hit a fly ball to center field. That'll make it 10-0 as Harris makes the catch. The runner comes home to score. You're down 9-0. You don't bring the infield in. It didn't matter on that play, but you don't bring the infield in. You just try to get the hell out of this game. If it's meant to be for you to turn around and come from behind, then it'll happen. You don't put the infield in because you run the risk of just another long inning on your pitching staff. First pitch to Naylor, lefty-lefty, is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Bangs it over to first. Olsen will underhand it, flip it to Dodd, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Mariners put one more on the board. It's 10-0 here in Atlanta.
They say when you can't sleep at night, it's because you're awake in someone else's dreams. When I find out who you are, I'm going to punch you in the face.
While warming up for a game in 1983, Yankees player Dave Winfield accidentally hit a bird with a ball. After the game, he was actually taken to a local police station and charged with animal cruelty. Fortunately for Winfield, charges were quickly dropped. In 1970, the Cardinals signed a catcher out of high school named Randy Poffo. He played in the minors for the Cardinals and the Reds for 4 years before quitting baseball. He instead pursued professional wrestling, where he became the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage.
G'day. Hi, it's Dean, calling from Cyprus.
Buongiorno, Dino.
My mate wants me to rub sun cream on his back.
Holy dooly. A delicate matter, but a burnt wingman is useless. So there are rules.
Okay.
Only put cream where he can't reach. Between his shoulder blades. The safe zone.
Anything else?
Whack it on thick, mate. Last thing you want to do is a second coat.
And remember, Dino, the following things are not permitted.
Eye contact.
Scented candles.
Power ballads.
And do not apply if he's wearing budgie smugglers.
Are we all clear?
Crystal. Cheers, fellas.
No dramas.
Armchair.
Sale to a major league team seemed only weeks away, a sure sign of the success with which he hoped to win his father's favor. Then, Cobb got a telegram. His father was dead, shotgunned. Cobb's own mother had shot him. Her husband thought she was having an affair, and when he tried to slip into her bedroom window at night to trap her with her lover, she shot him twice. Later, she said, she had mistaken him for a prowler. My father had his head blown off when I was 18 years old by a member of my own family, Cobb told a writer when he was an old man. I didn't get over that. I've never gotten over it. 3 weeks after his father was killed, on August 30th, 1905, Ty Cobb played his first game for the Detroit Tigers.
First pitch to Jerks and Profar to start the fourth inning is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. They're interviewing Snicker right now. What could you possibly be asking a manager who's down 10-0? Fourth inning, and their team's out of the playoffs. 0-1, down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. I can think of a lot of things I'd ask, but I don't think Roku's asking. 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. First thing I would ask is, well, obviously you're not going to be back next year, so what are you planning on doing with your free time? 2-1 check swing. Did you go around? You did not. 3-1. It's all your fault, Joyce. That's what happened. The 3-1 swing. That ball's belted high and deep down the line. She gone. Zip, boom, bam. The Braves are on the board. We go shopping at the Jerk store on a Sunday afternoon. That's all we need is for Joyce to stop in. Now we're back. We're back, baby. We're back.
Jerk store would have smoked that guy. Smoked him, I say.
You can put that on the board.
It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience. Not you.
Maybe that'll get some offense clicking for this team. First pitch all the way. Wow, that ball comes a comebacker. Smokes Castillo in the throwing arm. I don't know if that was his elbow or his hand. He's shaking it. That's going to be an infield single.
This is not watered down.
That ball was smoked. And Castillo
smooth as it
still waiting for the replay on it. Because the first glance, all you could see is behind him. He put his glove up to knock it down, but it was heading right towards his pitching arm. There's not a good angle that they've shown so far. They're either behind the umpire or they're behind his back itself. They're checking on his right arm. I can't imagine that they'd have this guy pitch. I'm not wishing bad things on him, but you're in a playoff race. You're up 10-1. Someone in the bullpen needs to pick it up. I guess they're going to leave him in there. That seems dicey at best. It seems like one of those things someone's going to regret down the road, but we'll see what happens. They're going to have him throw a couple of warm-up tosses. This is one of these things to me, as hard as that ball hit him. But this isn't up to you, man. You're up by 9. We can figure out the next 5 or 6 innings. Because he wants that win. That's the competitive, and you got the adrenaline going. But if he's not in your plans down the back stretch of September into October, that's a big, big loss. He's still looking at his elbow and his hand as the trainers and manager walk away. Now here's hoping he doesn't do any more damage, because I've always liked Luis Castillo, and I can't imagine many people I would wish harm on, but I definitely don't wish harm on him. Maybe that lady that stole the ball from the boy the other night. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. Ozzy Albies. It's only one. He's still looking at that hand. This is insane. This reminds me of A.J. Smith-Shawver. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. Are they going to have Spencer Strider go over and tell the manager, hey, man, something's not right? He's going to have to walk across the grass and go talk to him. 1-1 count. Chops it down the foul. It's 1-2. Braves finally got on the board. If you're just joining us, a solo shot by Profar and a single off the arm of Castillo by Olsen is the 1-2 outside wide, 2-2. So nobody out still here in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Full count. Standing on deck is Baldwin. Payoff pitch. Swung on and grounded over towards second. It's going to be an easy 4-6-3 double play, 2 down. They got him to bite on that one. Two down now. Drake Baldwin takes the first pitch. Down and in. Did he go around? He did not. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, lifts it down the line. F7 in your scorecard. Drake Baldwin down on 2 pitches, and that'll end the inning. Profar gets one on the board. The Braves trail 10-1. We'll go to the top of the 5th here in Braves country.
Super marriage tip. If your wife is laying down on the couch, just ask her, do you plan on doing anything today? This will subconsciously remind your wife that she has chores around the house that needs done, and she needs to get up and do her chores.
Find everything you need today?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh, God. No.
Everything okay, ma'am?
It's just that you've only scanned a few items and it's already $60. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm a trained professional, ma'am. I've scanned a lot of groceries. I need you to stay with me.
It's just that my in-laws are in town and they want a charcuterie board.
Well, this isn't going to be easy, so I need you to be brave, all right? I need you to take a deep breath. We're about to do the cheese.
Oh, my God.
Don't look up there. It only makes it worse. Keep your eyes on me, okay?
Can't you just scan something less expensive?
Brace yourself. I'm about to do the mixed nuts.
Oh, my God. I'm going to pass out.
Get ready. I'm going to do the cured meats.
No, stop. I can't do this anymore.
It's too late. There's a line behind you, okay? You're locked in.
I'm not strong enough.
I know it looks like a lot right now, but I promise you, you're going to get home and you're going to wonder, what did I even buy? Get ready. I'm going to weigh the grapes.
Oh, what have you done to me, you son of a...
Armchair.
crazy stats. On June 25th, 1976, in a doubleheader against the White Sox, Toby Harrah became the only shortstop ever to play every single inning of a doubleheader and not get a single ball hit to him.
Cobb's ferocity drove his team to the pennant in 1907 and himself to the batting championship of the American League. At 20 years and 10 months, Ty Cobb was the youngest man ever to win a big league batting title. He would win 7 more in a row, 12 in 13 years. He was, one writer said, a cyclone, a tornado, a typhoon, all rolled into one.
Welcome back to Braves Country. Braves trail 10-1. Ten runs, 11 hits, no errors for Seattle. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. Dylan Dodd back to work, his 30th pitch of the day. Foul back out of play. It's 0-1. Garver the batter. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. New York Mets have another rookie coming up today to start against the Mets. Mets against the Reds. Try to keep an eye and see on how he does. Pitch on the way. Swing, bangs it down just behind home plate. 1-2 count. Lefty righty. Pitch is popped up high in the sky. Making the catch is Harris for out number 1. I think the youngster's going to have to, what is his name again? He's the one that everyone's been raving about down on the farm for weeks. Brandon Sproat. I think he's going up against Hunter Green. First pitch to Crawford is going to get hit against the shift. It'll dribble into left field, and it's a 1-out single for the Tridents. First pitch on the way is down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0, lefty righty. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That was a crazy ending to the Dodgers game last night, wasn't it? The 1-1 outside wide. Did he go around? He did, 1-2. Yamamoto had a no-hitter going into the 9th inning with 2 outs. He gave up a solo shot. Is the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. To end the no-hit bid, they brought in the bullpen because he was already taxed. He had already thrown 112 pitches. And then the bullpen collapsed. And the Orioles walked it off 4-3. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. After that Yamamoto home run, they didn't record another out. There were 2 outs in that inning. They didn't record another out until they walked it off 4-3 there in the bottom of the 4th. 4 unanswered runs. Unbelievable. Yeah, 100. They were trying to get him to the no-hitter. I get it, why they had him out there, but once he gave up that home run, it was time to pull him. The 0-1 chopped it over to short. It's going to be a 6-4 putout, and that'll end the inning. So we'll keep it right here, 10-1. See if the Braves can scratch some runs across. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I do, in fact, around and find out. I have, in fact, learned every lesson the hard way.
Movie theaters are failing because literally no one goes and sees movies anymore. And I think there's a few reasons for this. I think, number 1, no one makes good movies anymore. Number 2, it's so damn expensive. And number 3, you can just watch the movie on Amazon or Hulu or Netflix in like a week. But I think I have the greatest solution ever for movie theaters. Bro, these movie theaters need to start showing live sports games. Could you imagine if a movie theater played March Madness basketball games? Number 1, the screens are massive, so you can play like 4 different college basketball games all at the same time on the same screen. Number 2, they already have everything a sports fan will want. They have beer and they have food. And could you imagine if they made like all-day passes for March Madness? Like $20 to get in, it's $10 beer pitchers, and then you could like rotate through the different movie theaters and watch all of the different games. Like, it would be so sick, and they would make so much money from doing that.
David Ortiz was actually sued by Jay-Z in 2010. Ortiz had opened up a nightclub in the Dominican Republic called 4040, which Jay-Z thought was too similar to his nightclubs, named the 4040 Club. Ortiz and Jay-Z reached an agreement, and the trademark infringement lawsuit was settled out of court.
I think baseball is a great support to people who have emotional voids, gaps, emotional difficulties. That is to say, all of us. Those parts of us that don't function well, those parts of us that are sad or depressed, not every day. They can really use baseball. It isn't just the child in a wheelchair or the shut-in senior citizen listening to the radio that needs the game. There's part of us, part of everybody who's a baseball fan, that needs the game at that level.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Tree, you got a puff give, man. You got to quit bogarting. You're high as a kite, man. Talking about he should fight to stay in the game. He's at 112 pitches. First pitch on the way to Kim is dribbled over to the ground at short. 6-3 put out, 1 down. I'm staying in no matter what you think. Even though I shouldn't stay in the game at 112 pitches and I'm obviously cooked, because I just gave up that home run. We're in the playoff race and I should selfishly stay in the ballgame. Yamamoto, we're going to have to ask you to take a drug test on the spot. First pitch on the way to Harris is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Exactly. The only reason why he was still in that game was because the no-hitter was still intact and they were up by 4, not up by 1. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. And I guarantee you it had something to do with, if you remember, I believe it was last year, it might have been the year before, when, as the 1-1, chops it on the ground over to second, 4-3, 2 quick outs. Braves are just mailing this in. If you remember, Clayton Kershaw, beginning of the season, it was either last year or the year before, and they pulled him no hits through 7, I think it was. It might have been 6, and the national media lost their mind. Pop up, Cunha, first pitch swinging, he's an easy out. They were all easy outs. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, 10-1 your score.
Got the results today from the doctor. He said I was a beast.
No, he said you were obese.
How do I permanently erase you from my feed? I don't know, dude. I only know how to get on the For You page a lot, and also a bunch. But I would just assume, probably like you did, comment a whole bunch. That way TikTok knows that you don't like it and you don't see me anymore. You probably also want to share, favorite, follow, these sorts of things. That way you never have to see me again.
On June 11th, 1938, Johnny Vandermeer threw a no-hitter against the Boston Bees. Just 4 days later, Vandermeer threw a second no-hitter, this time against the Dodgers. To this day, Vandermeer is still the only player in baseball history to throw 2 straight no-hitters.
When there's a shooting in the lobby of your apartment building, call management the next day and renew your lease. Be a man.
I'll level with you. I was playing poker with the guys. And I lost $12 and knowing the way you feel about gambling. See, I was ashamed to tell you.
Where was you?
Now, just let me say this to you, that this whole evening is gonna run a lot smoother if you just believe everything I say and then forget about it now. Come on, let's go to bed, huh?
Next to Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, the name of A.G. Spaulding is the most famous in American literature. It has been blazing forth on the cover of guides to all sorts of sports, upon bats and gloves for many years. Young America gets its knowledge of the past in the world of athletics from something that has Al Spaulding on it in big black letters, and for that reason, as much as any other, he is one of the national figures of our time. Boston Herald.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. I mean, Tree, the pictures of yesterday, guys in the 50s and 60s, guys like his first pitch on the way from Dylan Dodd, swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. They most likely stay in the game. And if you go all the way back 100 years, those guys would pitch every other day, not think anything of it. But now they're all dead. So, see, that's what happens. You pitch every other day, and you end up dying. So you got to... Walter Johnson would still be with us today if he didn't pitch every single day. Same thing with Cy Young. The 0-2 count. Hits it over to short. 6-3. One down. Yeah, I know, Trey. We're just giving you a hard time. 16. Iron Lung. I do these turn back times all the time. There were guys that used to pitch double headers. Iron Man McGinty, and there was another one just recently on the turn back time. Forget who it was. There was a guy not too long ago in one of these turn back times pitch a triple header. It's insane what they did through. And there was one this summer that they talked about where Rube Waddell was coaxed by Connie Mack to pitch the second game of the doubleheader after he already pitched the first game. Is he 0-1? It's fouled out of play. It's 0-2. And how they got him to do that was that he guaranteed him 2 or 3 day fishing trip away from the team if he pitched the second game of the doubleheader, and he did. He pitched a complete game shutout. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. But a lot of things were different back then, and one of the things that mainly was different was that you weren't told to throw your absolute hardest on every pitch. And they also didn't care about the wear and tear on the arms. The 1-2 pops it back foul. A lot of these guys that pitched in the late 19th and early 20th century, they didn't have near the velocity you see today because they weren't giving it their all on every pitch. It was a smooth motion, a repeatable motion, and though they were still throwing low 90s, most of them. They weren't out there just torquing their arms out on every single pitch. The 1-2, in the dirt, 2-2. Two count. Hayden Harris is warming up in the pen for the Braves. Pitch on the way, swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. Nolan Ryan was a special kind of animal as far as being able to throw as hard as he did, because people just didn't throw like that back then. And he wasn't doing what McGinty and Walter Johnson and Christy Mathewson doing, pitching every third or fourth day. Pitch on the way is laced down the line, foul. Do it again. Nolan Ryan was pitching with the traditional 5 days off, or every fifth day, 4 days off. They started that long before Nolan Ryan came along. Two count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Oh, did he get a piece of that? I guess he just got a piece of it. He did something to his elbow. He's holding his left elbow through the follow swing on that pitch. I have to look at that again. Man, they cannot afford to lose him. Roku's doing a terrible job of covering this. He's wandering around at the plate, I can tell by the 3D, but they've got cameras zooming in on jerks and profile in left field, and the batter is injured. He's at least dinged up. So I guess he hurt something on the follow through. The 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. The ball didn't hit him. Welcome to the party, Chris. Been talking about that for 2-3 weeks now. The payoff, swing, line drive out to Kim, L6 in your scorecard, 2 down. No one's talking about it because the Braves media is afraid to ruffle any feathers, but it's very obvious him and Snicker are not getting along. And I'd say a lot of it has to do with the fact they took him out of the leadoff position where he was hitting a scalding 350. And ever since then, he hasn't been the same player. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. And there was no rhyme or reason to do it. At the time they pulled him out of the leadoff spot, it was before the injury. Is he 0-1, down and in, 1-1. He was hitting 350. Because I was tracking it at the time, I quit paying attention to it. He has lost 79 points off his batting average since they took him out of the spot. The 1-1's banged high and deep, and she is gone. A hanger, a banger, and Suarez hits another home run against the Braves. 58th pitch of the day for Dodd. And they're back up by 10. So Polanco will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Is that going to be it? Yep, that's going to be it. Hayden Harris is coming in. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. On this date in 1911, Cy Young loses a pitching duel to Phillies rookie right-hander Grover Cleveland Alexander at Boston's South End grounds, 1-0. The next month, the 44-year-old veteran Boston Braves hurler will end his career after 22 seasons with an astonishing and unlikely to ever be broken 500 and 11 victories in the major leagues. On this date in 1914, the Boston Braves played their first home game at Fenway Park, splitting a doubleheader with the New York Giants at the Red Sox ballpark. The change in venues, including all the remaining games in the regular season and the World Series, it is necessitated when Boston's South End grounds proves to be too small to accommodate the growing crowds following the Miracle Braves and their championship run. And on this date in 1993, in the nightcap of a doubleheader at Cincinnati, St. Louis Cardinal outfielder, hard-hitting Mark Whitten becomes the 12th player to hit 4 home runs in one game, helping to tie 2 established RBI records. With 12 RBIs in the second game, he equals the single-game mark set by Jim Bottomley in 1924. And with his ribby in the opener, he ties 21-year-old record established by Nate Colbert, most RBIs in a twin bill. Hayden Harris on the mound, the 0-1 count. Lefty righty to Polanco, bangs it down the line, foul. It's 0-2. Hayden Harris is getting quite a bit of exposure since coming up, so I guess we'll see quite a bit of him this year as the season ends. He'll have a chance to crack the team in spring. The 0-2 outside wide, 92 miles an hour, 1-2. Talked about this before, but he's not a fireballer, but the ball looks like it flies out of his hand. He tops out in the low 90s, but it's his delivery that looks more like it's coming out of his hand like the 1-2. Ooh, going back on the track, up against the wall, making the catch is Profar for a loud out number 3. That looked like that was going to carry, but it just took a nosedive before the wall. We'll be back on a flash. And speaking of meth, have you ever looked at... See, y'all always talking about meth heads? Y'all ever looked at Hayden Harris's teeth?
In 1970, the Cardinals signed a catcher out of high school named Randy Poffo. He played in the minors for the Cardinals and the Reds for 4 years before quitting baseball. He instead pursued professional wrestling, where he became the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage.
I can tell you my grandma had 4 babies at once. 4 at once? Yeah, they called them quadruplets. Yeah. And the doctor come up there to deliver the babies, and he had my grandpappy holding the lantern, and he said, "Here come the baby," and the baby come out, and then he held up the lantern. He said, "Hold up that lantern again. I think there's another." Sure enough, another baby come out. He said, "Hold that lantern up." I said, "I think there's another." And grandpappy held it up, and there comes another. The 4th baby started to come. He said, "Hold that lantern up." Grandpappy said, "No, I think it's the light that's attracting them."
I'm a Sagittarius, which probably tells you way more than you need to know.
Yes, it tells us that you participate in the mass cultural delusion that the sun's apparent position relative to arbitrarily defined constellations at the time of your birth somehow affects your personality.
Albert Goodwill Spaulding, the sporting goods king, could look back on a long career in baseball. First as a superb pitcher, then as a ruthless club owner, finally as the man who had made the game big business. But he still had one more service to perform. He was determined to prove that baseball was an exclusively American invention, the brainchild of some ingenious American lad. He appointed a commission to prove it, but 2 years of research turned up almost nothing. Then, in 1905, a letter arrived from a frail old man who claimed that General Abner Doubleday had invented baseball as a boy in Cooperstown, New York, one afternoon in 1839. It wasn't true, but it was just what Spaulding had been looking. It proved, he said, that baseball truly was the national game, played by Americans, watched by Americans, now invented by an American.
Welcome back, Luis Castillo. Goes back to work. I'm a little surprised he's coming out here for the 6th. First pitch on the way. He's down and away to Ozuna. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. If you're getting hit in the pitching arm, I thought they'd get him to 5 and say, all right, then. He's at a low pitch count. That's mainly because the Braves are swinging early and often. The 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls it straight back. We'll do it again. Hope you get better, Addison. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-2 pitch. Misses high. 2-2. Two on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sit down. Ozuna. 1 away. 5th strikeout on the day for Castillo. Mark Bowman of MLB basically did the same joke that I did when on a tweet when they said NFL season's here. It was one of the Falcons writers, and he quote tweeted and he said, "Well, it's 7-0 here." It's basically what I said when we were getting clobbered. Nacho Alvarez, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Pops it up down the line. Bending towards the seats. It'll just get out of play right next to the tarp. Braves trail 11-1. I'd at least like to see some offense out of this team today. Man, fans cleared out of there quick. I was telling you before that looked like a decent crowd. They just did another panning away from. They are gone. They said, all right, then, we're going to go catch the Falcons game. I can tell it's quieter than normal in the chat as well. The diehards will stay, but Nacho Alvarez on the 0-2 count. Down and away, 1-2. Misses high. 2-2. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Two down. Chris is drunk today, boy. He's saying some crazy things. Austin Riley's got to figure out a way to stay healthy by the end of the season to be able to compete for any kind of an award, much less the MVP. First pitch to Jurickson Profar is fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Austin Riley got screwed out of an MVP in 2021. That was his best chance to ever get one because he doesn't put out the kind of numbers that typically get you an MVP, but it was kind of a down year for the National League, and he was right there, and the national media got on the bandwagon of giving it to Bryce Harper. And you look at their numbers comparatively, and Austin led his team to the playoffs against Philadelphia, where Philadelphia, when they played Atlanta, Bryce Harper stunk that entire season. And he's one of the main reasons why they did not make the playoffs. And they gave it to him anyways. Pitch on the way to Profar's, banged down the line, foul. So I'm convinced we'll never see an MVP from Austin Riley because he's just not the media darling that some of these other guys are. He's too quiet spoken. The 1-2. Slaps it. Hey, there we go, the base hit. Profar's at least producing. He'll head on down to first. And we go shopping at the jerk store one more time.
Well, the jerk store, quote, they're running out of you.
Second hit of the day, he hit a home run earlier.
It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Just the fourth hit of the day. First pitch to Matt Olson is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. They were just showing that Harry Ford that plays for the Seattle Mariners. He's from Atlanta. There's just so many kids that come from the Atlanta area that make it to the major leagues. It really is crazy. The 1-0 up top, first strike, 1-1. Just the Georgia area in general, and a lot of it is a byproduct of the great years the Braves had while their parents were growing up. 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. 2-1 count. Olson. Let's go shopping at the Chop House, Olson. Hit one out last night. The 2-1. Swing, hits it on the ground over towards left side of the infield. They'll fire it over to first. Easy 5-3 put out with Olson speed, and that'll end the inning. Get one on, but can't do anything with it. Will return in just a few moments. Braves on a Sunday afternoon.
My wife accused me of stealing her thesaurus. Not only was I shocked, I was appalled, aghast, and dismayed.
Things that I'm no longer interested in. Number 1, driving at night. Number 2, driving in winter. Number 3, getting on a scale. I don't like that anymore. And number 4, arguing with idiots. Number 5, being fashionable. Number 6, going to the gym. No use going to the gym anymore. I don't really care. Number 7, kale. Who likes kale? Number 8, wearing clothes that don't stretch. I need it. Number 9, counting carbs. And number 10, caring about what other people think of me.
Say something, a comment about the ref. Is it 20,000? It's a lot of money, so I should not do it. I save my money, I gotta pay for diapers.
Crazy stats. Hank Aaron wore number 44 in 20 of his 21 seasons with the Braves. In the first season after his death, the Braves won 44 games before the All-Star break, 44 games after the All-Star break, and then won the World Series in the 44th week of the year.
We need Doubleday because as a culture we have to have origin myths. Now, baseball has no point of origin. It evolved. We know that. So they set up a commission, and they ginned up this absurd story about Abner Doubleday, who, as one writer said, probably didn't know a baseball from a kumquat, but he did fire the first responsive Union volley at Fort Sumter, and he did briefly command the troops at Gettysburg. So to have an American hero as the originator of the game seemed very appropriate indeed. It's total mythology. In fact, there is no single point of origin.
Let's not try to find a starting place for baseball. Let's consider it to be the Darwinian product of centuries of movement of people and continents and oceans, and something rising from the sea and then turning eventually after years of evolution into Barry Bonds.
We get to the top of the 7th. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hayden Harris goes back to work. First pitch. Dribbles in front of the mound, and Hayden Harris, he might be able to do a lot of things, but he cannot field well. Second time we've seen him spit the bit coming off the mound. See how if they give that one hit a double by Julio, the ball went between Nacho's legs, and this very well could be a hit as well. It should be an error. Yep, they gave him a hit. These clowns don't know what they're doing. First pitch off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. Both of those are going to get appealed. Harris's may not get appealed because he may not want the error on his resume if he can get out of this jam. 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. But on a slate that says no errors, the Braves have made 2 obvious errors. One led to 3 runs. If you're just joining us, bases were loaded, and the ball was smoked over to third base, and it went in between the legs like a little leaguer to Nacho Alvarez, and all 3 runs scored. As Profar took forever to get over and get the ball. He was kind of jogging over there. And the runner at first came all the way around to score. The 2-1 pops it back foul, 2-2. 2-2 count. Mets have taken a 1-0 lead. I think that was Beatty that just hit the home run against the Reds. Two pitch down and in. Full count. Pitch on the way. Swing, bangs it over to short. Good stab by Kim. Fires it to Ozzie, and Ozzie relays it to first. So it's a 6-4-3 double play. Good glove work over there by Ha-Seong Kim. We talked about it. He's not Nick Allen, but few are, but he's not far from it. I mean, this guy can pick it over there. The youngster for the Mets that's making his debut, he's gone 2 innings so far. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and no runs, and his team has the lead over Cincinnati. I can't believe that. I mean, when I saw he was making his debut today, I was like, oh, okay. And then they're going to put him up against Hunter Green, who is a full-blown ace at this point. Pitch on the way to Rivas is banged foul down the line. It's 0-1. Rivas comes in for J.B. Crawford. Young has come in for Polanco and Rayleigh for Naylor, so they're getting some guys some rest in a blowout here in the 7th inning. Fraley has come on for Acuna now. And I'm telling you, they do not see eye to eye, and they can't get to the end of the season fast enough. And if Snicker thinks there's going to be it's either him or me, I can tell you right now who it's going to be, baby boy. The 1-1 misses high and out of the zone, 2-1. Eli is in for Olsen. Oh, great. They're taking all my Dynasty players out. I have no chance of winning this thing now. The 2-1 count. Up top, 2-2. Pitch down below the knees. And that is called for a ball. He'll head on down to first. So this is the beginning of the NFL season. We're going to do an extra Who Am I? This one specifically for John. I don't think he's going to need to Google this one.
What I am. That's all what I am.
It's time for Who Am I? Who Am I, where we give out the clues of a card Uncle Charlie gave me a box of baseball and football cards, and this is a football card that I came across. As the 0-1 pitch is hit high and deep into the corner, making the catch at the wall for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Braves country. In a laugher, it's 11-1. All right, who am I? This one ought to be easy for you, John. I'm just going to give you a few clues, and then we'll go to the baseball one. I was a Cincinnati Bengal. As a coach, I also coached for the Cincinnati Bengals on the defensive line, the Buffalo Bills on the defensive line, and the Chiefs on the defensive line. But as a player, I was a Cincinnati Bengal, and infamously, and this is the number one clue, I broke my leg severely in Super Bowl 23 when the Bengals played the San Francisco 49ers. One of the more gruesome injuries in the history of football. This predates the Joe Theismann injury by a couple of years. What year was that? Exactly. 89. So no, it postdates it. Theismann was actually a few years before that. Sam Weich was a player. Was a coach. This guy played for the Cincinnati Bengals and broke his leg in the Super Bowl. Maybe you weren't watching football back then. 89? 49ers versus the Bengals. Part 2. It was the famous game where they found John Taylor in the back of the end zone to win the game. There you go. Justin's got it. Tim Crumry. I was going through these. Most of the football cards I put to the side, I was like, man, Tim Crumry. I hadn't thought about him in years. Justin gets that win.
am what I am, and all what I am.
Ozzie Albies leads us off on a 1-2 count. A 1-for-2, excuse me. First pitch on the way. Lifted high into center field, lazy fly ball. The right field, Robles going to come over and make the catch. He came out of nowhere. That was not good camera work. They were focusing on the infielder and the center fielder. Robles came out of nowhere from the picture. All right, this one's for you baseball fans. Much better chance of getting these. I think most of y'all. I don't think you're going to need a ton of these clues.
I am what I am. That's all what I am.
It's time for Who Am I? First pitch swinging by Baldwin. He throws a lazy fly ball out there. They're just giving up these outs at bats. Very uninspired baseball team. Usually has 1,000% to do with the leadership. First pitch to Kim is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. He hasn't been here long enough to get the life sucked out of him, so he actually took a pitch. The 1-0. All right, who am I? 95 outside wide, 2-0. Played for the California Angels, the Mariners, and the Orioles. And I was a 2-time All-Star and 3-time Gold Glove winner. 2-0 outside wide, 3-0. I was an American League stolen base leader and have over 200 stolen bases. 3-0 up top, misses high, but called for a strike. It's 3-1. Bad call. The 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2. Went to high school in Eugene, Oregon, and famously a huge Oregon Ducks fan. The payoff pitch, down and in, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. Not Andrelton Simmons, but not a terrible guess. This guy did not play for the Braves, by the way. I was the last man to bet to take it at bat at Comiskey Park when I grounded out to Bobby Thigpen on September 30th, 1990. Well, what I'm probably most known for is my broadcasting career, where I was fired from ESPN for some questionable behavior. We'll leave that out of it. And I've been with the MLB Network pretty much ever since. It's the 0-2, swing, chops it foul, 1-2. At one point, I was on the MLB Fox team, pregame shows. But now what I'm most known for is being on MLB Network. Not just MLB Tonight, but also one of the main hosts of The Hot Stove in the offseason. The 1-2 to Harris. Swing, listen, foul. I'll do it again. I was teammates with Ken Griffey Jr. Finished my career with the California Angels before they changed back to Anaheim. The 1-2. Hits it up the middle. It's going to be an easy 6-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. It's not Matt Vasgersian, Iron Lung, but you're really close. Matt never played baseball. We'll be back in a flash. It's the 8th inning, and you know what that means.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, we gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back. I have won the Emmy Award 4 times for baseball broadcasting. And he's one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Munoz will come on. First pitch on the way is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Not as a in-game announcer. He wasn't bad. But as a studio guy, I think he's one of the more entertaining ones there is. The 1-0. Bangs him right there on the inner part of the shoulder. He'll head on down to first. Heck, if nothing else, we might get a damn fight in here today. Rosarena looks ticked off. You know that means we're probably going to wear one. Got him on that. I mean, I don't know what he's upset about. He wears basically Iron Man gear, top to bottom on that left arm. It hit one of the paddings. He's fine. That won't even be a bruise. I mean, it looks like one of those Barry Bond deals. I've always wondered how those were legal, because there's no incentive to get them off the plate. And then if you hit them up in the ribs or the wallet, they get mad. Oh, you can't hit me there. I can't hit you up there either because you're wearing a freaking stormtrooper outfit. There we go. The Google machine finally got for Iron Lung. It is Harold Reynolds. One of the things they got in trouble for, I'll share this. One of the things they got in trouble for when they were at ESPN, they were covering the College Baseball World Series, and he and another colleague were urinating off the balcony at the hotel, and they got busted for it. It turned into a whole thing. ESPN got rid of them. I don't think a lot of people know that backstory, but that's what he got canned for, essentially. He had some other things that he got. It was more of a he said, she said type of thing, and it never got proven. But that one was proven. In fact, he's even admitted to it, laughing about it. 1-2 count. Can't remember the other guy's name, but it was one of those things. It was before social media was really big, so they were able to keep it under wraps. But most of us who follow that kind of stuff knew about it. We're like, what? The 1-2 fouls it away. 1-2 count. Top of the 8th, Munoz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Real quick on your out-of-town scoreboard. As games are finally getting going here. What do we have, 3 more weeks of baseball? 3 weeks from today will be the final day of the year. It'll really depend on if there's anything to play for where we will be. We'll give you quite a bit of the Braves game, but we may be bouncing around the league if there's something that's on the line. There may or may not be. Right now, it's not looking like it. Looks like everything will be sewn up. But every game that day starts at 3:05. We are playing the Pirates. There will be nothing on the line for either one of those teams. Other than maybe draft position. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning. Yeah, John, he threw him out. Bo Jackson threw him out. They've replayed that like a million times on their show. Still not the most impressive throw I've ever seen. It's a tie between Yasiel Puig and Ramon Laureano. I'm not old enough. I've seen the video, but I'm not old enough to have seen the Dave Parker throw. 1-0 count. Inside. 2-0. Football is just a little too rough for Iron Lung. 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Down and away, 2-1. I'll tell you what sucks, if fans really think about it, is your college football slate. You're a fan of, we'll say, Alabama, Georgia, it doesn't matter. You got maybe 4 games a year that you get up for. The rest of them are snoozers. The 3-0, down below the knees, 3-1. Now, Georgia struggled against a team they shouldn't have struggled against yesterday, but it's still a snoozer. It's not something you get excited about. Go, oh, let me plan my day around this. There's one thing about professional sports, whether it's NFL, NFL or Major League Baseball, the games are competitive because these guys are competing on an even playing field. These college games, you look at them, you're like 70, 73, and 70 to nothing and everything. You're like, why even play those games? They're finally expanding the playoffs, so you might see a lot of those go away, but it's a dud. If you're getting excited for those games, there's something wrong with you. First pitch on the way from too young from Munoz. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1 grabs the outer edge. 0-2. 0-2 count. Swing, bangs it over to second. Easy 4-3 put out. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Braves trailing by 10. Let's get some runs. Make this interesting.
My wife asked if I've seen the dog bowl. I said I never knew he did.
So I just got fired from my job, and I don't even know why, because I only no-showed one time. I mean, I was late every single day, and I called in today and yesterday, but that is so unnecessary.
In the early days of baseball, some hitters would choose to use a flat bat. Batters felt that utilizing a flat bat allowed them to bunt easier. But Rule 1.10a was instituted stating the bat shall be a smooth, round stick.
Oh, son of a gun.
You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
Yesterday I couldn't figure out if someone was waving at me or the person behind me. In other news, I lost my lifeguard job.
During the first decade of the 20th century, Americans sought to solve their country's problems by organizing everything. They formed children's aid societies, consumer associations, municipal reform leagues, and baseball teams. They played for the Reading Alerts, Utica Pentups, Binghamton Bingos, Scranton Choctaws, Hagerstown Antietam,s and New Jersey McClellans, the Laredo Apaches, Union City Greyhounds, Cincinnati Porkers, Evansville River Rats, and Iola Gas Band. They played for the Greenville, Mississippi Buckshots, Troy Collar and Cuff Makers, Providence Clam Diggers, Terre Haute Hottentots, Des Moines Undertakers, Lebanon Pretzel Eaters, Yakima Pippin, Bangor Bangers, and the Hartford Wideawakes. So eager to play, they got up at dawn to get in a game before they went to work.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. Braves trail 11-1. Your Falcons are at the half. They are tied with the Buccaneers 10-10. Jake Fraley on for Acuna. First pitch, 97 inside. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Canzone is now in right field. Robles slips over to center. As Canzone comes in for Julio Rodriguez. Nick Allen is in for Ha-Sung Kim, and of course Fraley for Acuna. The 1-1 misses outside wide 2-1. Eli White came on for Olsen as well, in case you're just joining us. The 2-1 count. Swing, slaps it over towards left field. That's through for a base hit. And we'll see if that might get something going here for your Atlanta Braves. Talking about Lebanon, Tennessee, sleepwalking, I'm assuming. Or are you talking about something else? 1 on, nobody out. Marcell Ozuna. Oh, I don't know where you're talking about. Pennsylvania. Lebanon, Tennessee is the home of Cracker Barrel. I bet they had a few meltdowns over the last few months after that idiot CEO shot her mouth off. Going out there, it's another PitchCom device thing. Brought to you by Temu or Wish. You're just joining us. Joey Wentz was a disaster today. Whether it's all his fault, I don't know. Did he know he was starting this whole time, or did he wake up this morning and then say, "Hey, you're getting the ball"? And that's a big deal to a starting pitcher. First pitch to Ozuna is outside wide. It's 1-0. They did not make it known until today, but they may have told him. But if they didn't tell him till, like, let's say yesterday, you know, it can mess up your the pitch is swung on and fouled back, it's 1-1. It can mess up your preparation. But he might have just not had it, and then once again it was an early start, so 1-1 swing, lifts it into center field. Lazy fly ball, easy out, 1 down. One down. Nacho Alvarez, the batter, 97, right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, lifts it into left field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Seeing eye single. A blooper over the head of the shortstop, Rivas. And the Braves have runners on first and second. And 1 out.
Whoa, check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign. A sign that needs nachos to help me score.
Jurickson Profar takes the pitch off the plate. It's 1-0. Fouls it down the line, 1-1. Profar 2 for 3 with a solo shot and a single. Take another jack from old Profar right about now. Pitch on the way, swing, hits hard towards right field. He's going to drop it. He'll drop it, and everybody should be safe. Nope, Nacho's way too fat and slow. He's out at second base. Ah, man, he should have been safe. Wasn't paying attention. So it'll be a 9-6 put out, very rare put out. Bad base running by Nacho. Too many nachos. Go easy on the cheese next time, Nacho. Maybe you'll make it down there. Eli White stands at the plate. His first at bat. First pitch, down and away. Bender, it's 1-0. Hancock, who been a starter in the past. He struggled at the starting position, so they have put him into the pen. He's the 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. He's got pretty good stuff. He has just really struggled with command. This year he has a 5.44 ERA. The 2-0, swing and a miss, 98 miles an hour. 2-1. Pitch, swing, chops it up the middle. That'll be an easy 4-3, and that'll end the inning. Braves trail 11-1. We go to the 9th. Mercifully, here in Braves country.
Babe Ruth was a legend. Most think he was just a power hitter, but he was more than that. He was a great hitter. He finished 6 seasons with at least 135 RBIs and 135 walks, which matches the number of those seasons by all other players combined. He is the only player in Major League history to have both pitched a shutout and recorded a multi-home run game in the World Series. His 182.6 career WAR is the best of all time. To show just how impressive this is, Ohtani produced a 9.1 total WAR pulling double duty in 2021. If he maintained that WAR for 20 consecutive seasons, he would still be 0.6 WAR short of matching Babe Ruth's WAR total. His pitching career spanned at least 10 seasons, and not a single one of those seasons did he have a losing record. He finished with at least a 210 OPS plus in 9 seasons. That's more than double the amount of any other player. And don't forget, there was nobody else you wanted on that postseason mound. In 31 postseason innings, he had a .87 ERA, which included a 29 2/3 inning World Series scoreless streak. No one is breaking his 177 run scored in 1921. Even at his peak, Barry Bonds never had 150 runs in a season. Was there anyone better than the Sultan of SWAT? Was anyone more dominant than the Great Bambino during their career?
Try to see how far it goes back where all of a sudden you saw some expression of emotion or grandstanding or, some kind of, except the total respect for the game and the opposition where you just stuck your head and you went around. I got to believe that Ricky was one of the first.
Hall of Famer, big-time record breaker, sure. But never forget, Ricky Henderson was a trailblazer.
It was in '79 when he broke in. I said, who is this guy?
Snatching the ball out the air.
Henderson back. He has it.
I think a lot of that is where you're from. It's where you're from and how you came up.
For those of us that had dreams of playing baseball, we could go down the street and see Ricky play a baseball game, man. I don't know how to say it any better. He was Oakland.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to start the ninth inning is going to be a single by Rayleigh off of Munoz. 1 on, nobody out. They're sending Munoz to the Wolves now. He's third inning of work. $11 runs. 15 hits now by the Mariners. 1 run, 6 hits by the Braves. Braves in danger of falling to 64 and 79 on the year. First pitch on the way is a ball inside off that 1-0. It's now 2-0. Is it Mark that used to always try to tell me we were going to hit 500? I don't, it's getting less and less likely. The 2-0, that ball hits him. Braves are hitting everybody today, baby. Give that man a rib sandwich. I think that was Ford, though. Yeah, it is Ford. He's in the game now. Kid from Atlanta. They all wear so much armor up there, it doesn't matter. I don't know why the Braves can't get most of their guys to do that. They need to put Austin Riley in a full body cast. First pitch on the way is a slider down right there at the knees. It's a run. 2 on, nobody out. You might get a position player pitching here. At least for Seattle, I would think. Especially if they clock a couple more runs. One count. Outside, wide, 2-1. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 95, 2-2. One thing's for sure, we'll have a rested bullpen going in for the Strider start tomorrow. We haven't used anybody of consequence the last couple of days. That new kid Sproat for the Mets. You better hope baseball works out for him. He's not going to make it in a modeling career. The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. If I was going to say there's a doppelganger for this new kid Sproat, I would say it is the Wicked Witch of the East from the original Wizard of Oz. Not a looker, that one. First pitch on the way is a Well, looked like a strike, did not get the call. It's 1-0. 1-0. Robles hit him as soon as see if he chucks another bat. Inside, almost got him. Yeah, baby. Let's go. 2-0. Count. Swing, slaps it through towards the hole, off the glove of Eli. Oh my word! We have got a unbelievable 2 bops off the glove, one by Eli, then it goes off of Ozzy's glove. Oh, we still have those sounds we used to have that were, I mean, it's the Keystone Cops out there is what it is. I don't know if we still have those sounds. Oh well. Pitch on the way, goes to the backstop. Here comes a throw as the runner comes home, and Munoz cannot hold on to it, and it's 12-1. And everything that can go wrong this inning is going wrong. Fans are not happy. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Up top for a strike. 1-2. Pitch swung on, lifted into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. 13-1 your score. They'll go station to station.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good. Good.
13-1. Munoz. He's getting dragged out there. He's at 34 pitches. He can't quite be used to that down in the minor leagues. The 1-0. Outside wide 2-0. All I can tell you is find someone that looks at you the way Iron Lung looks at Snit, and you'll be all right in this world. The 2-0 count. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Oh no! We suck again!
Runners on the corners, 1 out. Pitch on the way, swing, blasts it high and deep. Riley might be going pay dirt on this one. He has gone. A 3-run shot, his 53rd of the year. $16-1.
Where's the booze? That's it. I've had it with this dump. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off!
The big dumper, man, that was straight to dead center. How far did that fly? 426 feet? That went more like 450. I don't know if I'm buying that one. $16-1. Cal Raleigh now leads Major League home runs by 4. How could they even question who the American League MVP is? Bruhan's going to come on and throw now. They're giving him some warm-up tosses. While they do that, let's go ahead and hit the last on this date. On this date in 1911, Cy Young loses a pitching duel to Phillies rookie right-hander Grover Cleveland Alexander at Boston's South End grounds, 1-0. The next month, the 44-year-old veteran Boston Braves hurler will end his career after 22 seasons with an astonishing and unlikely to ever be broken 511 victories in the major leagues. On this date in 1914, the Boston Braves play their first home game at Fenway Park, splitting a doubleheader with the New York Giants at the Red Sox ballpark. The change in venues, including all the remaining games in the regular season and the World Series, it is necessitated when Boston's South End grounds proves to be too small to accommodate the growing crowds following the Miracle Braves and their championship run. And on this date in 1993, in the nightcap of a doubleheader at Cincinnati, St. Louis Cardinal outfielder, hard-hitting Mark Whitten becomes the 12th player to hit 4 home runs in one game, helping to tie 2 established RBI records. With 12 RBIs in the second game, he equals the single-game mark set by Jim Bottomley in 1924. And with his ribby in the opener, he ties 21-year-old record established by Nate Colbert, most RBIs in a twin bill. Bruhan's on to pitch. First pitch is right there for a strike. The second one misses for a ball. It's 1-1. The 1-1 swing, bangs it deep. Down the line, it is gone. 18-1. Suarez with the home run. This is just getting lovely. $18-1, not much you can say about this other than, good Lord, can we get this game over? About to start reading the phone book to y'all. First pitch on the way to Young is banged on the ground over to Ozzie. 4-3 put out, 2 down. Two down. First pitch swinging by Rayleigh. Fly ball, deep left field, but drop back and make the catch. Profar, and that'll end the inning. Finally. Not before they've put 20 hits and 18 runs on the board. We'll go to the 9th. We'll see if the Braves even come back out for that inning when we return.
Mom, what's the vibe for tomorrow?
What do you mean, what's the vibe for tomorrow?
Except people are coming over, like, what are we doing?
My family's coming over, your cousins, and we're going to have cocktails and
so
appetizers.
We're drinking? Are we like drinking, or?
What does that mean?
Like, I don't want to drink unless we're blacking out.
Oh, my God.
Reardon delivers. There's a fly ball, deep left center field, right looking up. He did it! He did it! Bob Warner has become the 11th player in baseball history to hit 4 homers in one game.
I get to Anaheim, I know nobody, and I sit in my locker, and I'm just kind of like hoping somebody would notice me. Tommy Lasorda is the manager. He goes over the pitching lineup, and I don't even think there's a chance I pitch. And then he tells me I'm pitching second. So now I'm completely nervous. Rick Russell starting, Wade Boggs, Bo Jackson, number 1 and number 2 hitters. I'm trying to get to the bullpen, and no one will take me there. Veterans are like, hey, we want to watch the first inning, because back then starters go 3 innings, right? 2 minimum. So I'm sitting in a dugout. Rick Russell's getting beat up. Tommy Lasorda gets on the bullpen phone, and he says, hey, get Smoltzy up. And I'm right here. And he's like, kid, what are you doing? And I said, I have no idea how to get to the bullpen. He goes, how many pitches is it going to take you? I said, literally 7. It's 7 pitches. I'm in my first All-Star game. I forgot everything anybody told me. I get first and third, 1 out, Bo Jackson up. I'd already seen him hit one 440 feet, and I'm just trying to get a double play ball. 2-hopper to Ozzie Smith to Ryan Sandberg. He beats it out. Like the loss, Nolan Ryan, the oldest pitcher ever to get the win. I was the youngest pitcher to ever get the loss.
Ruth, is your contract 2 years. That's to be agreed upon. Will you kindly sign it?
Yes, sir, Colonel.
In 1930, just months after the stock market crashed, Babe Ruth signed a 2-year contract that paid him $80,000 a season, more money than any player had ever been paid in the history of the game. When a reporter asked him whether it was unseen in the midst of the Depression to be getting a bigger salary than President Herbert Hoover, he answered, why not? I had a better year than he did.
Luke Jackson, well, that's almost like putting a position player out there to pitch. He'll be on. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Is swung on and banged through the infield. Did he touch that? Is that going to be a base hit or is that going to be an error? That was weird. Take another look at that. I don't know if it went through the wicket or not. It looks like an error, but they haven't called errors on now, and they give that one an error. So the Nacho one was not an error, but this one was. Go figure. First pitch to Drake Baldwin is outside for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Starting to think the guy who's guy or gal who's running the book today at the stadium is a Mariners fan. The 0-1 outside wide one. Because that should be an error, but so should the other two on Seattle. Or on us from Seattle. 2-1 count, Luke Jackson. If anybody can blow a 17-run lead, it's him. Pitch on the way, bang towards the first base dugout. It's 2-2. Two inside, 3-2. Full count to Baldwin. On deck is Nick Allen. The pitch. Swing, slaps it back foul. The payoff pitch. Inside. Ball 4. So he'll head on down to first.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Nick Allen comes to the plate. Harris and then Fraley. First pitch to Allen is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. First at bat for Nick Allen in about a week. The 0-1. Pops it up. Fly ball to center field. That'll be an easy out. One away. Ozzie will tag up and go down to third. Not that it matters. Trailing by 17. His next at bat's much more important than what he's doing right now. Whether that's today or tomorrow. Michael Harris. Big old Ofer. First pitch on the way is off the plate. One and 0. 1-0. Swing. Fouls it away. 1 point on a hot streak. Now Harris, he's dropped 15 points on his batting average over the last week and a half. He's going through it once again. 1-1 count. Pops it up. Deep down the left field line. Making the catches of Rosarena. He'll flip it in the infield and Ozzie will score. So it'll be an RBI, sac fly. Ozzie will get the run. And the Braves have cut this lead to 16. The 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. We're back in this baby.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
First pitch on the way to Fraley. Swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Chops and foul. It's 0-2. Case says he thinks they closed the stadium, sent everybody home. Yeah, those are the people you see behind home plate are the pandemic cardboard cutouts he had for. The 0-2 count in the dirt. Man, I'm sorry if I'm home plate umpire right there. I'm ringing him up. I'm like, he gone. Let's get out of here. But it's 1-2. He barely moved his bat. I would have been like, you're out. I'd have done a show for it too. The 1-2 count in the dirt, 2-2. If he reaches, Ozuna comes to the plate, and then Nacho. Braves down to their last strike. Greg Baldwin standing at first. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. That'll end the game. That'll end this nonsense. Braves lose 18-2. Not much to go over other than the fact that this was a stinker. 18 runs, 20 hits, 1 error. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. No life in the team. Once again, something we've seen way too often in 2025. Look on the bright side, y'all. We've only got 19 more of these to endure. We'll see you tomorrow. Braves Country Today comes your way at noon. We'll go over the pitching lineup and what to expect, as I do believe they're going to make some moves after this game. They're going to have to. We'll talk about that tomorrow, noon Eastern, Braves Country Today, right here on Braves Country Radio. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, strike two! Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.